Welcome to GK Quiz Prime Time. On which date is World Ozone Day observed every year? Correct answer is option B, 16th September. National Teachers' Day 2025 in India was celebrated on which date? Right answer is option A, 5th September. When was the 10th National Ayurveda Day celebrated in India? Correct answer is option A, 23rd September. International Literacy Day is observed annually on which date? Correct answer is option A, 8th September. On which day is Engineers Day celebrated in India? Correct answer is option B, 15th September. On which date is World Tourism Day observed globally? Right answer is option C, 27th September. International Day of Peace is celebrated on which date each year? Right answer is option A, 21st September. On which date is Hindi Divas celebrated annually in India? Right answer is option A, 14th September. When is Women's Equality Day observed? Right answer is option B, 26th August. National Space Day 2025 was celebrated in India on which date? Right answer is option C, 23rd August. World Mosquito Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option C, 20th August. Which edition of Independence Day was celebrated on 15th August 2025? Correct answer is option B, 79th edition. International Youth Day is observed annually on which date? Right answer is option B, 12th August. On which day is National Handloom Day celebrated in India? Right answer is option B, 7th August. International Tiger Day is observed on which date every year? Correct answer is option C, 29th July. When do we celebrate World Nature Conservation Day each year? Correct answer is option B, 28th July. On which date is National Flag Day observed in India? Right answer is option B, 22nd July. World Youth Skills Day is observed every year on which date? Right answer is option C, 15th July. When is World Population Day observed globally? Right answer is option B, 11th July. On which date is National Doctors' Day celebrated in India? Correct answer is option A, 1st July. GST Day is observed annually in India on which date? Correct answer is option B, 1st July. On which day is International Olympic Day celebrated? Right answer is option C, 23rd June. World Rainforest Day is observed every year on which date? Right answer is option B, 22nd June. When is International Yoga Day celebrated each year? Correct answer is option B, 21st June. World Blood Donor Day is observed on which date every year? Correct answer is option C, 14th June. On which date is World Environment Day celebrated every year? Correct answer is option B, 5th June. World Oceans Day is observed annually on which date? Right answer is option C, 8th June. When is Telangana Formation Day celebrated every year? Correct answer is option B, 2nd June. On which date is World No Tobacco Day observed every year? Correct answer is option D, 31st May. National Anti-Terrorism Day in India is observed on which date? Correct answer is option B, 21st May. On which day is International Museum Day celebrated globally? Right answer is option C, 18th May. In 2025, National Endangered Species Day was observed on which date? Correct answer is option B, 16th May. On which date is National Dengue Day observed in India? Right answer is option C, 16th May. International Nurses Day is observed every year on which date? Correct answer is option C, 12th May. When is National Technology Day celebrated every year in India? Right answer is option C, 11th May. Rabindranath Tagore Jayanti is celebrated every year on which date? Correct answer is option B, 7th May. On which day is World Press Freedom Day observed annually? Correct answer is option C, 3rd May. The 65th Maharashtra and Gujarat Foundation Day was observed on which date? Right answer is option A, 1st May. World Malaria Day is observed every year on which date? Correct answer is option C, 25th April. On which day is World Intellectual Property Day celebrated? Right answer is option C, 26th April. World Penguin Day is observed each year on which date? Correct answer is option C, 25th April. World Book Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option C, 23rd April. On which date is World Earth Day observed annually? Right answer is option C, 22nd April. World Heritage Day was observed on which date? Right answer is option D, 18th April. Ambedkar Jayanti is celebrated in India on which date? Right answer is option A, 14th April. On which date is World Homeopathy Day celebrated each year? Correct answer is option D, 10th April. World Health Day is celebrated annually on which date? Correct answer is option C, 7th April. When is National Maritime Day observed in India? Right answer is option B, 5th April. Odisha Foundation Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option B, 1st April. World Tuberculosis Day is observed globally on which date? Right answer is option C, 24th March. On which date is World Wildlife Day observed annually? Right answer is option B, 3rd March. National Safety Day in India is celebrated every year on which date? Correct answer is option C, 4th March. On which date is International Women's Day celebrated globally? Right answer is option A, 8th March. Pi Day is celebrated worldwide every year on which date? Correct answer is option C, 14th March. On which date is World Consumer Rights Day observed every year? Right answer is option D, 15th March. National Vaccination Day is observed in India on which date? Right answer is option B, 16th March. International Day of Happiness is celebrated annually on which date? Right answer is option C, 20th March. On which date is World Sparrow Day observed every year? Right answer is option C, 20th March. World Poetry Day is celebrated every year on which date? Correct answer is option C, 21st March. World Water Day is observed globally on which date? Right answer is option B, 22nd March. On which date is Bihar Foundation Day celebrated every year? Right answer is option A, 22nd March. National Science Day in India is celebrated annually on which date? Correct answer is option A, 28th February. On which day is International Mother Language Day observed? Right answer is option C, 21st February. Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh Foundation Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option D, 20th February. On which date is World Cancer Day observed annually? Right answer is option D, 4th February. World Wetlands Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option B, 2nd February. World Hindi Day is celebrated annually on which date? Right answer is option C, 10th January. On which date is National Youth Day celebrated in India? Right answer is option C, 12th January. Indian Army Day is observed every year on which date? Right answer is option A, 15th January. On which date is Tripura, Manipur and Meghalaya Foundation Day celebrated? Right answer is option B, 21st January. Uttar Pradesh Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option C, 24th January. On which date is National Voters Day observed in India? Right answer is option B, 25th January. National Tourism Day is celebrated every year on which date? Right answer is option B, 25th January. On which date was the 76th Republic Day celebrated in India? Correct answer is option C, 26th January. Indian Newspaper Day is celebrated annually on which date? Right answer is option A, 29th January. Stay updated, stay ahead. Subscribe for more current affairs and competitive exam prep.